Three shocking facts most people don't know. Enigma wasn't invented by the Nazis. It was created by a German engineer to protect business secrets, and sold commercially in the 1920s. Yes, you could literally buy an Enigma machine before World War II. Banks, railways, even private companies used it. Hitler's regime later militarized and modified it into a weapon of war. Polish mathematicians broke Enigma before the war even started, and handed the secret to Britain in 1939. Without Poland, ese genius trio, Marian Rejewski, Jerzy Rohi, and Henryk Zygalski Bletchley Park, might never have cracked it. Their work saved millions of lives. Churchill knew a city would be bombed, and did nothing to protect it, to keep the secret that Enigma was broken. In 1940, British intelligence decoded plans for a devastating raid on Coventry. Warning the city would reveal their success, they stayed silent. 568 civilians died. That's the brutal cost of secrecy. Now, let's uncover the real story. No Hollywood myths. Just facts. Origins. From office tool to war machine. The Enigma machine was patented in 1918 by German engineer Arthur Scherbius, marketed as a secure communication device for businesses. Its early models were clunky and expensive, selling only a few hundred units. By the late 1920s, the German military saw potential. They heavily modified the commercial version, added plug board Steckerbrett, exponentially increasing complexity, standardized daily key settings, distributed via codebooks, created specialized versions, Wehrmacht, Luftwaffe, Kriegsmarine, NAVI. Even the feared Abwehr, military intelligence. Each day, operators set rotors, ring positions, and plugboard cables according to a code sheet. Even if Allies captured a machine, without that day's settings, messages remained unreadable. Estimated number of possible Enigma settings per day: 158, 962, 555, 217, 826, 360, 000. That's 158 quintillion. German High Command believed it unbreakable. They were wrong. Poland's secret triumph. The first break. In 1932, Polish Cipher Bureau mathematician Marian Rejewski, armed with only intercepted radio traffic and scraps of commercial Enigma intel, achieved the impossible. Using permutation theory and early electromechanical devices called Bombe's precursors to Turing's bomb, he reverse engineered the internal wiring of Enigma's rotors, without ever seeing the machine. By 1938, Poland had built replicas and was routinely decrypting German military traffic. But as Nazi aggression grew, Poland knew war was coming, and they couldn't face Germany alone. On July 25, 1939, just weeks before Hitler invaded Polish, intelligence invited French and British cryptographers to a secret meeting near Warsaw. There, they handed over fully functional Enigma replicas, technical schematics, details of the Bombe decryption device. All their research, British historian Sir Harry Hinsley later wrote, without the Polish breakthrough, we might not have broken Enigma until 1943. If at all, the war could have lasted 2 more years. Bletchley Park, where the code died when World War II erupted. Britain moved decryption efforts to Bletchley Park, a Victorian mansion northwest of London. Led by eccentric genius Alan Turing, the team refined Polish methods and built faster machines, the legendary Bombe, to test thousands of rotor combinations per hour. But breaking Enigma wasn't just math. It required silly's lazy operator habits, like using girlfriend names. From message keys, weather reports, predictable phrases sent daily by U-boats Heil Hitler, keine besonderen Ereignisse, captured codebooks from daring commando raids like Operation Archery and the boarding of U-110. By 1941, Bletchley was reading Luftwaffe and Army Enigma traffic regularly. But the Navy's Vorrotor Enigma used by U-boats held out until December 1942, when a captured codebook from U-559 finally cracked it open. The impact, immediate. Allied convoys rerouted around U-boat Wolf D-Day landings planned with full knowledge of German troop positions. Rommel's supply lines cut in North Africa. Historians estimate ultra-intelligence, the coding name for Enigma decrypts, shortened the war by 2 for years and saved over 14 million lives. The Coventry dilemma. When knowledge meant silence. Perhaps the darkest chapter in the Enigma story is Operation Moonlight Sonata, the Luftwaffe's planned bombing of Coventry on November 14, 1940. Bletchley decoded the target, timing, and scale. Over 500 bombers, aiming to destroy factories and break civilian morale. Winston Churchill faced an agonizing choice. Won Coventry. Save lives, risk. Revealing Enigma was broken. Lose future intelligence, prolong the war. Stay silent, sacrifice hundreds. Preserve the secret, win the war faster. H.O. Silence, Coventry burned. 568 dead, 1,200 injured. The medieval cathedral reduced to rubble. Churchill never publicly admitted the decision. But historians agree it was a cold, calculated sacrifice, one repeated dozens of times throughout the war to protect Ultra. Aftermath. The hidden heroes. After victory in 1945, Britain classified all Enigma work for 30 years. Turing received no public honor. He was later prosecuted for homosexuality and died by suicide in 1954. Poland's contribution was buried under Cold War politics. Only in the 1970s, with the release of FWO's book The Ultra Secret, did the world learn the truth. Today, Alan Turing appears on the 50-pounds note. Bletchley Park is a museum and UNESCO site. Poland's Enigma III are national heroes. Their quiet war fought with pencils, paper, and primitive machines may have been the most decisive battle of World War II. Conclusion. The real weapon wasn't steel, it was brains. The Enigma machine was a marvel of engineering, but its defeat was a triumph of human intellect, collaboration, and unimaginable moral courage. It reminds us that wars aren't won just on battlefields, but in quiet rooms, by unsung heroes who understood. Sometimes, to save the world, you must let part of it burn, and that the greatest victories are often the ones history forgets, until someone dares to tell the untold story. Sources. Further reading, real facts only. The Code Book by Simon Singh. Enigma. The Battle for the Code by Hugh Sabag Montefiore. Alan Turing. The Enigma by Andrew Hodges. Official UK National Archives. Bletchley Park Declassified Files. Polish Institute of National Remembrance. Rejewski. Różycki. Zygalski. Dossier. Imperial War Museum. Oral Histories of Bletchley Staff.